Hey everyone, it is Amanda and welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we are trying out some new NYX products and some, I don't think this is new, but it's new to me. They're Pro Foundation palettes. We've got some products to try out from NYX today. I'm so excited. I saw this palette and I loved it so much. And then the foundation palette resembles the RCMA palette, and I've always wanted to try that, but it's a little bit more expensive, so I'm gonna see how I like this. So if you want to go ahead and see what look I create, then just keep on watching. Alright guys, so before I get started, if you hear some water in the background, that is just my turtle Leo, so don't mind that. But we're going to go ahead and get started. I did go ahead and prep my skin with the Cover FX Gripping Primer, so it's all set to go. Oh, and don't mind my hair, it's got a mind of its own today, it's all over the place. But we're going to go ahead and jump right into the Pro Foundation palette. This does retail for $35, and it does come with 16 foundation shades. It says, featuring 16 foundation shades, these satin matte creams can be mixed together to create a custom tone for every beauty. And so this is what the packaging looks like. On the outside, very sleek. It is plastic. It kind of feels like cheapy plastic. And then these are the shades we get inside. This is not a mirror, it's just the reflection on it. So these are the different shades. So I guess we can customize what shade would match me for foundation. But I think it's really cool that you can use this as concealer. You can use this as contour with some of the shades at the bottom. So I think this is very versatile. So I'm just gonna pin my hair back. All right, so now that my hair is out of the way, we are just gonna go ahead and swatch some of these shades. These shades don't have any names, but we're gonna go ahead and take this shade and the one next to it and the one next to it, and I'm just gonna swatch them right here to see what tone matches me best. I think that first one is actually pretty much right on. It was this shade. Let's try it again. I think I actually want to mix these two shades together. I think that would make my perfect match, it looks like. All right, so I'm just gonna take my beauty sponge and I'm gonna dive into those two shades and just mix them. I think I'm actually gonna take this Morphe M7173 brush to just get some lines on my face. And then I'm gonna go back in with the sponge to blend it out. And I'll also try it with a brush and see how I like the brush. Now, it's not full coverage or anything, so you can build it. So I'm just gonna add a little bit more of the first shade, this one, and add it in those places I want more coverage. so far it feels nice on the skin, and I definitely see the satin finish it gives. Very easy to blend out. Kind of gives a subtle glow to my skin, but not bad. So now diving into concealer, I am going to dive into probably either this shade, or maybe a little bit of a mix. Oh yeah, that's white. So the concealer is blended out. It looks really nice together. I actually am starting to really like this. I feel like I need to play with it a little bit more because I am not used to using a palette for foundation. So that's going to be a little bit different. So I might want to play around with it some more before I get like a really in-depth opinion. And I definitely want to see what my skin's going to look like throughout the day with this on. But so far, I think it looks really nice. And now on to the bronzer. So let's see. I think I'm going to go in with that shade, or yeah, like that shade or that shade for my contour. And I'm just going to apply that again with this, and then we're going to buff it out with the sponge. I'm actually going to go in with this shade because it's not as red as the other ones. That blended out really nicely. Like, I really like that. I feel like I definitely put a little too much on my nose, but I can definitely fix that with some powder. But I really do like this for the contour. I think that it made me look very bronzed and really nice. And so far, I'm actually really impressed with this palette. I think my skin looks really good. And I don't know, I really definitely want to keep trying it to get better at using a palette like this, since I'm not used to doing that. But I really do like the makeup so far. So I'm gonna go ahead and jump through and do my powder and blush and highlights, since I don't have anything new from that. So we can get right onto the eyes and jump into the new Ultimate Utopia palette. All right, so I went ahead and put powder, blush, highlight on, and I prepped my eyes. So now we're gonna jump right on into the NYX Ultimate Utopia palette. This palette does retail for $35 and comes with 40 shades, and these shades are beautiful. Normally, I am the type of person that likes a lot of color, bright eyeshadows, but this palette just really spoke to me. It just is so neutral but colorful, if that makes sense. These are the beautiful shades. There are eyeshadows and there are pressed pigments. For instance, number 2, this one right here, this is a pressed pigment. Number 4 and 5 are pressed pigments. And basically, I think with pressed pigments, you just have to be really careful because they can stain your eyes. I really do want to play with like these green shades and like these teal shades down here. So let's go ahead and get started. So with the fluffy brush, I'm gonna go right into this shade here, and that's going to be in my crease. So that shadow went on really nice. It blended out very well. However, I just feel like it came out darker on my eye than in the pan. It definitely looks a little darker. Now I'm gonna go deeper into my crease, and I'm gonna jump into this shade right here. So I feel like these shades are definitely coming off grayer than the blue-green look that it was supposed to be. So just keep that in mind, that these tones are coming out gray. They are blending really nicely though. They're just not coming out the color that I wanted them to be. Then I'm just gonna deepen up the outer corner with this shade right here. Now for my lid, I'm gonna go in with this shade right here for the center. I actually really like how that shade turned out, and it went on really nicely. That is absolutely beautiful. Then for the inner portion of my eye, I'm gonna go in with this green shade right here. This green shade did not pop as well as the middle shade did, but it still looks nice. and I didn't have to wet my brush for these, which is amazing that they went on so nicely without having to wet them. Then for my bottom line, I'm going to go back in with this dark shade to line with, and then I'm going to go back into this shade to buff out. And then for my inner corner, I'm going to pop that shade in my inner corner. Okay, so now that the eyeshadow is done, real quickly my thoughts on the eyeshadow before I pop on the rest of my eye makeup. The shades that I used, the matte shades, did not come out the color that's in this pan, so just keep that in mind. But the metallic shades went on very nicely. You didn't have to wet your brush, and they came out very vibrant, so you didn't have to build them up too much either. So I definitely want to try out the other colors in this palette to see how I like it, because I don't want to give a bad opinion, because the eyeshadows did blend out very nice, just those shades did not come out the colors that I wanted them to. So that was a little disappointing, so just keep that in mind if you do pick up this palette. But for $35, you do get 40 shades, which is less than $1 per shade if you look at it that way. And for the metallics to work the way that they did, it'll make me gravitate towards this palette for the metallics. But also, I mean, there are a lot of neutrals in here, and there are a lot of like pinks and purples that I can try out. So I'll definitely be giving this a second chance with some of the other colors. So my opinion on it is just very iffy. There are some good, there are some bad. It wasn't all around perfect. But I will be right back after I throw on the rest of my eye makeup. Alright guys, so this is the final look. I hope that you all like it. I like how it turned out. I definitely like how my skin looks with the Pro palette, and I'll definitely be trying it more just to kind of get the hang of using a palette since I'm not used to doing that. And then for the eyeshadow palette, I like how my look ended up turning out, but I feel like it looks so much similar to the cremated look that I just came up with, because those shades came out a gray tone instead of coming out as the green and the blue that I wanted it to be. But I'm definitely looking forward to trying the other shades, especially because these shimmers came out so nicely. I really liked that. So my opinion's still kind of iffy on there. There's a lot of pros and cons to it. But I hope that you all enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you liked this video and the content that was in it. Please don't forget to subscribe if you are new here. I'd love to have you a part of the fam. Plus, just to throw in there, there is going to be a giveaway when I hit 100 subscribers. When I did my BoxyCharm video, I started to find a couple items that I wanted to pass on and throw into that giveaway, and there will be plenty more where that came from when I hit the 100 subscribers. So don't forget to subscribe so you can be a part of that too. I would love to have you guys here a part of the fam as well. If you did try any of these products out that were in this video, don't forget to give a comment down below. Let me know what you thought about it. But I hope everyone has a wonderful day, and I will see y'all in the next one. Bye!